Hi, welcome to the Max and Beth show. Today we will be taking you through an exploration of walking.
We're here again with another one of our videos building on the prior ones, hoping to revisit some of these key ideas while also building on them and offering you something new. So today we have Beth has volunteered to be our model and our specimen, and we're going to just try to build on some of the ideas about, in respect to the vertical axis and the line, center of gravity over the base of support. We're going to try to build on those and carry them into the context of movement, so into a dynamic context.
Right, and hopefully we'll be able to provide you with some tips that you can go out and play with when you're walking.
Yes, and so to begin with, let's just kind of revisit some of the ideas from the last video. And Beth and I are both going to try to demonstrate an idea about basically organizing the body in a way that it's supported through the feet. So we have basically center of gravity somewhere up here and the feet below us, and any deviation from that is going to over time, just basically create patterns of tension through the body. And so what we're trying to do is first discover that balanced relationship in the body, and then try to carry it into movement. And the idea is, in order to preserve that relationship in a different context, the relationship is going to have to change slightly in order to preserve itself, basically. And so again, Beth has volunteered to be our model today, and what I'm going to start with is just guiding Beth through a quick exercise, like a sort of cue, that is, one that you commonly hear, and it's pretty straightforward. So Beth, if you would just stand, kind of in profile for the viewers so we can see. And so, often a helpful cue is to imagine, kind of connect with the feeling of the very crown of your head. And imagine there's almost like a string. There's like a as though a marionette master were pulling a string from up in the sky on the top of your head. And just that feeling, it can just help the body orient towards the vertical axis. Beth, what do you feel there?
Well, so when you did that, I felt like I was forward on my feet, so I was in front of the vertical line. And when you gave me that reference, I was able to move my way back, and so I was more aligned.
Great. And so now we're going to, though, encounter kind of the challenge for today, which is how do we take this very harmonious relationship in the body and bring it into movement. And so if we just keep the same idea of the straight, the line that goes, departs vertically from the crown of the head, and try to bring that into movement, here's what we're going to see. So Beth, if you could just walk for the viewers kind of back and forth, and imagine this straight up kind of line that's pulling you, and then just walk. So here.
Right, and when you do that, I can feel a lift throughout my entire body.
Okay. Now let's just slightly adjust this and trying to take into account that we're moving from something that's static, more or less, in a standing posture, to something that's dynamic. In order to move in a fluent way, there does have to be almost a sort of loss of balance, dynamic loss of balance.
Yeah, almost like a falling forward.
And so the question is, can we adapt this cue, the idea of the string on the top of the head? Can we adapt that to a moving context? And so here's one way we've settled on trying to convey that, which is that if you could perform the same exercise, this time though, imagine that this string, it's almost like it's leading you, or it's guiding you, it's drawing you forward. So the string is always one step ahead of you, kind of pulling you, like the North Star or something that you're following.
Right.
And let's do one more time a little bit, just a little bit faster even. And so the idea is the faster you walk, the further the string would anticipate you. Now we can come back here, and then the string, then it settles on top of your head. I wonder, Beth, if you would just share for the viewers, like if there was a difference in your experience between the first and the second.
Right, certainly. So the second time around, it felt like the walking was a lot less effortless. It actually was like the momentum of my body weight was carrying me forward.
That's a nice image, almost as though you're falling forward or swinging forward like a pendulum in a certain way.
Right.
Great. Well, thanks, Beth. And we hope that this video will continue to put us out of business.
And propel you forward into your day.
Great. Thanks. And so and thank you to the viewers. And we'll be back, we hope, with the video next week.